Robbie Wong here, going to play some historic best of 3 ladder with Bant ramp. This deck has all the ramp spells in green and blue, and Golos, Uro, and Ugin as cards that can be finishers on the top end. There are a host of good lands that also double as spells, like Arch of Orazca, Blast Zone, and Field of Ruin. Field of the Dead also headlines this deck. It can also be a finisher. This hand has a lot of ramp, so we're going to give it a shot. Opponent is playing red-white aggro. Hard to tell so far. Jeskai control, red-white aggro, red-white, Feather. Okay, that's a great draw against Feather. So let's go ahead and just look at black and red. So we're going to take some damage here, pull the Shatter when things get kind of out of control. We need to be a little bit worried about Fight as One. You know, this is... I think I'm going to take my 2-for-1 here. Or really, it's just a 1-for-1, right? Yeah. Take the 1-for-1. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hoping for another land. There's Feather. There's the other Shatter. So if they have Fight as One, I wish we had another land. We could do that. You know what? Let's just Feather out of control is out of control. Let's make them have it. Do you have the Fight as One? You do not. Okay, so hopefully we have stranded them without a creature to be able to play. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Much less scarier than Feather, but still scary. Alright, a land. I'll take it. Golos. And we're going to get Field of the Dead. We have all our other colors. Finally got to 7 lands. So next turn we'll activate Golos. Start getting value off of that. Got another one. Shock. Got it. Well, they're going to be able to flashback Reckless Rage here. Okay, let's go ahead and save 5 life here, 6 life here. Unless there's another shock. So we're holding out until Ulamog. Oh. Okay. Well, that's okay. A bunch of zombies into the field. Oh, you know what? That's a mistake. I should have gotten blue for Uro escape cost. Looking for blue. You know, I'd rather have more zombies than... Like, we know we could use the zombies right now. We're not even sure if we're going to draw an Uro this game. Our mana's kind of spoken for the next 2 turns. So next turn we're going to Ulamog, blow everything up. I don't... Off the top of my head, because the protection from a color spell doesn't work because it's colorless, and then Fida's one is indestructible, and if they're playing, you know what, this is just red-white feather. This isn't Naya feather, or there's no third color. Yeah, so next turn is Ulamog, blow up both their threats, and then start turning the corner. If they recommit to the board, Ugin's going to come in and get them. Opponent's thinking about swinging in. If opponent swings in, we should try to block and kill all their creatures. Okay, protection from... Do you have 2 of those? Protection from black, protection from white, swing for 7. Does this happen on attack? Yeah, so they can flash that back for... with Dreadhorde Arcanist, give it protection from green, guarantee it swings in for at least 7, maybe 9, if that last card is another targeted spell like Reckless Rage. Or if they have Reckless, they can just Reckless Rage the Elvish Rejuvenator, swing in for a guaranteed 9. All this time ticking through the hourglass, though, implies that they don't have it. If we can take game 1, that would be great, because then we're going to be able to mulligan and sideboard accordingly. Okay, there it is. So Dreadhorde Arcanist, I bet they get God's Willing or Reckless Rage. Yeah, Reckless Rage. Get the most damage in. We will throw all the goblins at Dreadhorde. Oh, my bad. It's +1/+1. Guaranteed 8. I am mistaken. Another targeted spell? Can Ugin clear everything? Is that better? Especially if we're throwing, you know what, you never know. Their deck is riddled with combat tricks. You don't know what crazy tech they've snuck in there. Okay, so if we do Ugin, exile for 2. Although now, if we Ulamog, we can take out 10th District and... because these are both exile. Let's do the thing that lets us cast 2 spells. Sorry, opponent. You hate to see it if it's the other way around. Taking game 1, big. Okay. Aether Gust. Let's try and blow them out. Deputy of Detention would be tempting if, you know, they didn't have so many Reckless Rages. Time Wipe is a good board wipe. I typically don't think we're going to make it to 10. Let's pull out Golos. Golos' 5 toughness is relevant. Let's pull, we want all of the board wipes, and let's get out the Arc. If the game is going long, we should be favored and don't need the extra tool push at the end. neat thing about this deck is those different ramp spells at the late game, they don't draw dead because they cantrip. So it's really quick to cycle through them. Even the migration path has a pretty easy. Oh my gosh, if we pull any other lands, we're gonna be happy. This is like all of the sideboard coming in to help us. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's take game 2. Adanto Vanguard, really good against what we're trying to do here. Pay 2 life, explore, throw the Triome in there. So Bojuka Bog, we are going to play it if it fills out our curve, but trying to tag as much stuff so that Dreadhorde Arcanist is not as value engined. Oh, good. Does different lands matter? Let's not. Let's just get lands. 2 white, active for Shatter, so hopefully they commit something else to the board, and we can shatter it. Unfortunately, Adanto Vanguard is the one card in Red, White, Feather that does not... Oh, and they have Sheltering Light. At least it's in the graveyard now. We're going to be able to Bojuka Bog it out. Castle, Feather. If they have another Sheltering Light, I'm scared. Oh. This might run us over. So we want, I was going to say we want untapped land. So what's the play here? I think it's Triome, their end step, bounce the feather or tuck the feather, so that way their Sheltering Light goes away. And then just keep taking damage. Because if we shatter the sky right now, they're just going to protect their feather, and we'll never break the loop. We have to break the loop if we're going to take game 2. So we're going to take 4 or 5 or something from these guys. Yeah, this is just indestructible. This is not okay. So we pass to attackers, they attack. Let's go ahead and Aether Gust this, and hopefully they don't have some sort of hexproof, although without blue, that seems less likely. Okay, so they've tucked, and we're going to take 5. Is this blue? No, that's blue too. Do we want to double tuck? Or should we save that for the next? No, we want to actually clear creatures here. Oh no, they're saving they've got the Sheltering Light in hand still. Oh, they still have white mana up. I don't. Okay, so we can. See, the problem is this is gonna go. Okay, so we're gonna shatter. They're gonna use it. Then I'm gonna Bojuka Bog to get it out into exile, so they can't flash it back with Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yeah. Burgers and fries. Okay, so now I can Aether Gust this and probably... No. Can't shatter now. Well, I can shatter before I... Oh, I already shattered. Yes, you can have a snack. Save both. Hey, look, we have a chance. Okay, so now we Bojuka Bog to exile So this is why saving this was valuable. So now Feather can't fetch it back. And now we have... Oh, I could play Explore. So that was the value in not doing that. Okay, you block you. Take 4, I'm down to 3. Okay, so we can gum up the board, but we need... Okay, that's something, right? Okay, so we're going to Field of the Dead since we're already past 7 lands. We have the Adantos covered until they draw Reckless Rage. Then we're going to Uro to pad our life, so that way Feather's not lethal on board anymore. And we cannot quite escape it, but we can maybe draw into something relevant. Also, we're at 9 lands, so, you know, we would love to see Ugin. So we're going to scry everything away that isn't Ugin. Next turn, we get to escape Uro and try and counterbalance the damage that Feather will deal us, because Feather's going to swing in for at least 4. But we have enough zombies that Adanto Vanguard is kind of stuck at home. Drawing 2 cards a turn is also great. Exiling the Indestructible is also great. So we win this by drawing one of our bombs to clear out their 3. Ugin will do it. Ulamog will do it. The continue to gum up the board. Uro is pretty thick, so Reckless Rage needs to pair with something else. They'll have to like Reckless Rage, have it come back from Feather, cast it at end of turn. Reckless Rage again within the same turn. But we need to see that they can't just have one thing. They need to have really good lines or try and damage us out. Really? Okay. So 2, and they have no cards in hand. 2. Oh wait, they do have 1 card in hand. So extra block, extra block. I mean, they can't save both of them. They could have. They're just gonna let him pass? Yeah, just let him pass. Okay. It was just a mountain. Blast Zone. That's a way to do it. That's a way to do it. Okay, so we're gonna gain life up to 5, and then they're gonna gird for battle. So we need something off of this draw. Actually, this isn't enough. Like a gain life land isn't out. Aether Gust isn't out. Let's put a stop on their draw step. So they draw, and then we Aether Gust, so we can buy ourselves another turn. And in that time, we can tick Blast Zone up to 3. All right, this is set, right? Just make sure it's set. You know what? Now this blows up Uro, but I think it's good insurance against Feather. Oh, you know what? I didn't look. I tapped myself off of Aether Gust. Okay, so next to combat, I'm gonna go and swing in because if they have the only haste they'll have is the 10th District Legionnaire, and we've got that covered on the ground. So we're gonna end turn. They draw. Sure. Okay, so you draw. Hopefully it's not protection spell. Ha! Oh, okay. All right, we did it. So that line is scarier against protection, because if they give it protection, then Aether Gust can't target. They're going to swing in for lethal. But being able to buy that extra turn so I can set up the blast zone almost guarantees us. So it's a little bit riskier, but there's the payoff in the end was a little bit bigger. Whew! Got the chills, and we're 1 win away from Plat 3, Plat 2 floor, and then we can lose again, and try and put all our losses in the correct places on the ladder. Well, I'm Robbie Wong. That was thrilling, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.